as he wrapped both hands around the grip and raised the bat over his head. With a wail, he brought it down. One hit would have been plenty, but Cooper struck the mangled pieces over and over again, each hit punctuated with a cry. Springs, gears, and shards of glass shot in all directions. He felt a small cut across his ankle from a flying bit of metal, but he didn't stop even when nothing remained at the spot he continued to pound. The clang of aluminum on cement rang across the neighborhood like a church bell. Only when the jarring in his hands and shoulders screamed for him to stop did he let the bat clatter to the ground. Then, quite unexpectedly, Cooper crumpled down beside it. In an instant, his proud fury turned to humiliation as he was powerless to stop the pathetic display of tears that overcame him. And with them came the same question he'd been asking for 3 years. Why, Dad? How could the same person who used to chase him and his sister around the house to blow raspberries on their stomachs shed his whole family like he was a hermit crab ditching an old shell? How could he slip into a new life just as easily, with a new wife and a new kid, as if Cooper, Jess, and their mom were just some bad dream he had? Was his father chasing that kid around right now, celebrating the fact that there was about to be a new baby brother or sister in the house? Cooper was sure the scene was happier there than it had been in his kitchen a minute ago, when his mother had shared that same news with him and Jess. But at least Mom had told them this time. Just you wait, Cooper thought grimly to his unborn half-sibling. Someday he'll ditch you too. He covered his face to hide a fresh wave of sobs in case the girl across the alley was still watching. He tried to swallow them down, choke them back, gagging from the effort. Then came the second question he'd been asking himself for almost as long. Why do I still care? He'd sworn he would never let his dad hurt him again. His father didn't deserve any feelings from Cooper, none. And yet, Cooper's tears dried over the next many minutes, and he lifted his head to see watch debris scattered around him. A gust of wind blew another flurry of leaves down the alley, dragging their brittle edges against the cracked asphalt. A blackbird flew overhead, cawing loudly. Cooper watched it sail past and wiped at his cheeks before slowly rising and brushing off the back of his pants. All of that, and he felt no better. He looked across the alley to see if his violent outburst had satisfied the girl's seemingly unending interest in him. If it had, it didn't show. She just continued to swing, lightly and calmly, her eyes never unlocking from him as the rope creaked against the bark of the large bough. The prim private school uniform she always wore, a navy blue skirt and blazer with gold-stitched crest, remained unruffled. "What did you think?" Cooper asked loudly against the wind. "Did you enjoy the show? Don't forget to tip your server." She said nothing. The irony of it was not lost on Cooper. He hadn't known anyone could be less interested in making friends than he was. He looked beyond her, to her house, newly restored, clean and expensive, the nicest house on the block. He'd never seen the sibling who lived in the second of 2 upstairs bedrooms with the windows that faced his house. Cooper assumed it was his sister, who was much messier than this girl. He'd never seen the girl's parents either, who he assumed left early for work and came home late from their clearly well-paying jobs. They had transformed the previously abandoned house into a gorgeous home in a flash, it seemed, like on one of those reality TV shows. Cooper, Jess, and their mother had gone on a summer trip to their grandparents', and when they had returned, the makeover was complete. Butter yellow paint had replaced the previous chipped brown siding, and new windows sparkled where dusty, broken panes had previously let in the rain and wind. The yard was flush with thick grass and potted plants instead of the previous dirt and trash, and down the path from the rebuilt wraparound porch was, no joke, an actual white picket fence. When Cooper's family had arrived home from that trip, he had marveled at how amazing that was.